What if your life doesn't need a complete transformation? What if you don't need more motivation, more money, more confidence, or even more time? What if your life could begin changing simply by changing 6 things you do every single day? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't destroy their lives through one massive mistake. They destroy them through small habits repeated every day. Checking their phone the moment they wake up, complaining about things they cannot control, reacting emotionally to every problem, putting difficult tasks off until tomorrow, comparing their life to everyone else's, and ending the day without ever asking themselves, did I actually live today according to my values? The Stoics understood something thousands of years ago that we still struggle to understand today. Your life is shaped by what you repeatedly do, not what you intend to do, not what you say you're going to do, but what you practice every day. And the good news is, you don't need to change everything at once. You only need to start practicing better habits. So in this video, we're going to explore 6 simple Stoic habits that can completely change the way you think, act, and live. And stay until the 6th habit, because the final one is perhaps the simplest habit of all, yet it can change the way you look at your entire life. Hello everyone, welcome back to Wisdom Unbounding World. If you're ready to stop waiting for your life to change and start changing the person who lives it, let's begin. Habit 1. Control what you can control. One of the most powerful ideas in Stoicism is also one of the simplest. Some things are within your control, and some things are not. Your thoughts, your choices, your actions, your effort, your response, these belong to you. But other people's opinions, the past, the weather, the economy, whether someone likes you, whether someone respects you, whether everything goes according to plan, these things are not completely yours to control. Yet most people spend enormous amounts of mental energy trying to control them. Someone doesn't reply to their message. They overthink. Someone criticizes them. They become angry. Something doesn't go according to plan. They become frustrated. Someone succeeds. They compare themselves. And slowly, their peace becomes dependent on things they cannot command. The Stoic asks a different question. What is actually mine to control here? Imagine you lose an opportunity. You cannot change the fact that it happened, but you can control what you do next. You can learn. You can improve. You can try again. You can become better prepared for the next opportunity. That is where your power lives. So tomorrow, whenever something frustrates you, stop for a moment and ask, is this within my control? If the answer is no, release your obsession with it. If the answer is yes, take responsibility. This one habit can eliminate an enormous amount of unnecessary suffering. Habit 2. Don't start your day with your phone. Think about how most people begin their mornings. The alarm goes off. They reach for their phone. Notifications, messages, social media, news, emails, other people's opinions, other people's problems. And before they've even had a moment to think, their mind already belongs to the world. But the Stoics believe that your mind should be directed intentionally, not hijacked by whatever happens to appear in front of you. Your first moments of the day matter, because they establish the direction of your attention. So instead of immediately reaching for your phone, give yourself the first part of the morning. Sit quietly, take a walk, stretch, write down your priorities, read something meaningful, or simply ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? Maybe today you'll need patience, maybe courage, maybe discipline, maybe restraint. Choose one quality, then practice it. Imagine starting every day with intention instead of distraction. You wouldn't just be changing your mornings. You'd be changing your relationship with your attention. And your attention is one of the most valuable things you possess. Because wherever your attention goes, your life follows. Habit 3. Do one difficult thing every day. Here's a habit most people avoid. Do something difficult. On purpose. Not because you enjoy suffering, but because comfort can make you weaker when you become dependent on it. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. They understood that difficulty is not always an enemy. Sometimes, difficulty is training. Take a cold shower. Finish the workout when you want to quit. Have the difficult conversation. Wake up when your mind says stay in bed. Complete the task you've been avoiding. Study when entertainment is calling. Say no when saying yes would be easier. Every time you voluntarily choose discipline over comfort, you're teaching your mind, I don't have to obey every feeling I have. That's powerful, because a person who can act despite discomfort becomes harder to control. You stop asking, do I feel like doing this? and start asking, does this need to be done? That's the difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation asks, do I want to? Character asks, is it right? So every day, do one thing that requires effort. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It just needs to challenge you. Because strength isn't built when everything is easy. It's built when you repeatedly prove to yourself, I can do difficult things. Habit 4. Pause before you react. Someone insults you. Your first instinct is to respond. Someone sends an angry message. You immediately type back. Someone disrespects you. Your emotions take over. But here's where Stoicism becomes incredibly practical. You don't have to respond to the first emotion that appears in your mind. There is a space between what happens and what you choose to do about it. That space is where your freedom lives. So when something triggers you, pause. Take a breath. Don't immediately answer. Don't immediately send the message. Don't immediately make the decision. Ask yourself, what response would I respect tomorrow? Because anger wants action immediately. Wisdom is willing to wait. Imagine how different your life could become if you stopped reacting instantly. Fewer arguments, fewer regrets, fewer impulsive decisions, less unnecessary drama. You don't become powerful by controlling everyone around you. You become powerful by controlling yourself. The next time something triggers you, don't give the situation your immediate reaction. Give yourself a moment. That moment may save you from a decision you'll regret for years. Habit 5. End every day with self-reflection. Most people end their day by consuming more information. Another video, another episode, another scroll, another hour of entertainment, and then they fall asleep, without ever asking what they actually did with the day. The Stoics practiced reflection. At the end of the day, take a few quiet minutes and examine yourself. Ask 3 simple questions. What did I do well today? Where did I lose control? What can I do better tomorrow? Don't turn this into self-hatred. The purpose isn't to attack yourself. It's to improve yourself. If you became angry too quickly, notice it. If you wasted hours, acknowledge it. If you kept your word, recognize it. If you acted with courage, remember it. You're not trying to become perfect. You're trying to become slightly better tomorrow than you were today. Think about what happens when you do this for an entire year. 365 days of self-reflection. 365 opportunities to notice your weaknesses. 365 opportunities to strengthen your character. That's how small habits create extraordinary change. Habit 6. Remember that life is temporary. And now we reach the habit that can change everything. Remember, your time is limited. The Stoics regularly reflected on mortality, not because they were obsessed with death, but because remembering death helped them appreciate life. Think about how much time people waste worrying about things that won't matter in the long run. Someone's opinion, a meaningless argument, a social media comment, a minor embarrassment, something that went wrong 3 years ago, and then suddenly, the day is gone, the week is gone, the year is gone. One day, your life will simply be a collection of memories. So ask yourself, if I knew I had limited time, would I spend today the same way? Would you still waste hours scrolling? Would you still chase everyone's approval? Would you still postpone the thing you know you need to do? Would you still spend your energy on people who constantly drain you? Or would you finally start living according to what matters? Remembering that life is temporary doesn't make life darker. It makes life more valuable. It teaches you to appreciate the conversation, the morning, the opportunity, the people you love, the work you're capable of doing, the chance to become a better person. You don't need to know exactly how much time you have. You only need to understand that you don't have unlimited time. And once you understand that, you stop treating today like it doesn't matter. So let's bring everything together. If you want to start rebuilding your life through Stoic principles, start with these 6 habits. 1. Control what you can control. 2. Don't start your day with your phone. 3. Do one difficult thing every day. 4. Pause before you react. 5. End every day with self-reflection. 6. Remember that life is temporary. None of these habits require millions of dollars. None require perfect circumstances. None require you to completely reinvent yourself overnight. They require something much harder: consistency. Because your life isn't transformed by one powerful decision. It's transformed by hundreds of small decisions made repeatedly. Maybe you've been waiting for your life to become easier, waiting for motivation, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for circumstances to change. But perhaps the better question is, Who do I need to become regardless of my circumstances? That is the Stoic path. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you meet it. You can choose discipline over comfort, reflection over distraction, wisdom over impulse, action over excuses, and responsibility over blame. You don't need to fix your entire life tomorrow. Just fix today. Wake up with intention. Do the difficult thing. Control your reactions. Reflect at night. And repeat. One day, you'll look back and realize that the life you wanted wasn't created by one massive transformation. It was created quietly, through the small things you did when nobody was watching. Your habits are shaping your character, and your character is shaping your life. So start today, not Monday, not next month, today. If this video gave you something valuable, share it with someone who needs to hear it, like the video, and subscribe to Wisdom Unbounding World for more Stoic wisdom for the challenges of modern life. And I want to know something from you. Which of these 6 habits are you going to start practicing today? Tell me in the comments. Because sometimes, one honest decision made today can become the beginning of an entirely different life.